So I'm gonna just touch on what AJ said because he said a lot of good things. You want to work hard in the classroom, with your sport, whatever you do. If you want to be a doctor, professional basketball player, football, you want to work hard. And it starts mentally. So at times when you might be tired, you don't want to get up and work, you don't want to get up and train, that's when you want to push hard. That's what's important, those times. So like maybe your coach wants you to do 10 down and backs, you're tired. That's what's going to make you a better player. That's what's going to make you a better person, better child, better brother. You just want to go hard and keep a strong mental. So that goes with class and everything. So my journey, I started Shelby County High School. I went to East Middle. I wasn't the best basketball player at East Middle. We lost a lot of games. Who went to East? We got any East Middle? Okay. Y'all better now though, right? Y'all win games now though, right? All right, cool. Nah. So then I went to Shelby County High School. Any of my teammates over there? Nah, they ain't there. So 2010 I graduated. I went to long route, junior college, because I wasn't as good as I thought I was, so I had to go to junior college, work there to get better. I went to Kentucky Wesleyan. After that, I played in Argentina, Chile, so now I'm just playing professionally. I hope to see some of y'all guys back next year. Y'all think about coming back next year? That's what's up, that's what's up. Any questions? Y'all good? That's what's up. I'm gonna call Lionel Gang. Oh, you got a question, Cash? At what age did I start? I started playing at 5. So, and my grandma was my coach, so that's who pushed me to go hard, my grandmother. I didn't get drafted, nope. I didn't even think about entering. I had to work harder to get where I was.
What would you do different if you were their age?
If I was your age, I would do differently. I would listen to my parents, because they got your best interests. They're gonna tell you to work hard. They're gonna tell you, okay, y'all hear me now? Bet. So if I was your age, what I would do differently, I would listen to my parents. They're gonna tell you, keep your head in the books, make sure you're going hard, listen, and that's a good foundation for you to get further in life and whatever you do. Josh? I don't know. He was better than a lot of guys that got drafted, wasn't he? Why didn't you get drafted, eh? He asked, why didn't you get drafted? He was better than a lot of them dudes, though. I think so. Yeah. Nah, it's my competition. Every time I see him, I want to beat him. Nah, but that's like my big brother. I follow his steps, he leads by an example. I don't even talk to him much, but I just follow what he got going on. He stay out of trouble. He's a good guy. He works hard. He's just a good example. Okay. I was my grandma. I played every sport, basketball, football, soccer, but I was the best at basketball. Huh? Yeah, my grandmother.
Hey, Don, real quick. Hey, the older guys, y'all older guys, how many older guys we got in here? 13 and up. So y'all know how old you can be when you can be recruited? What grade you can be in when you can start being recruited? 7th grade, all right? Yeah, 7th grade. But my question to you, Don, just so that, for these older guys, how did you feel when you weren't being, well, I don't know if you were, but when you made a decision to go to Kentucky Wesleyan and, you got your friends going to bigger D1 schools, like what kept you from being discouraged and not wanting to play the game and just stop because everybody else, is going to D1?
Oh, it's simple. You just got to believe in yourself. You just got to know what you can do, and no matter what level you're on, just know that you can do your best. So if you can score 40 points on this level, don't get discouraged because your friend went to Division I U of L and you're at maybe Georgetown College. Just do your job, and they're going to find you if you want to go to the next level, for sure.
Have you ever gotten drafted from my NBA team?
No, I didn't. I didn't get drafted at all. I haven't played for an NBA team.
What college?
Kentucky Wesleyan in Owensboro. That's why I went to school.
Did anybody play with you, like one of your friends or cousins?
Nope. Growing up they did, but not in school. I just made new friends all over.
What team was you on when you made your first win?
My first win? I was a little kid then. But my first big win, I was in high school for sure. It was a good game. All the fans was there. Huh? I was playing for Shelby County High School, and we beat Anderson County. That we beat? Shelby County. We only had one school. It wasn't Martha. We had 2 schools now. We only got 2.
What was your best game?
In high school?
Yeah. What you
I
dropped?
almost had a triple-double, but it was with blocks and not assists. So that was probably my best game. I think I had like 33, 10, and 7 blocks. That's probably my best game in high school.
God, I got another important question. How many Shelby County kids we got in here that live in Shelby County?
From Shelby County.
From Shelby County. I'm the suburb. So, John, listen, guys, with you being a guy from from the county, how did you feel? And I'm pretty sure AJ can touch on this too. About competition in the city, and I'm pretty sure sometimes a lot of people get intimidated from competition in the city. Like, how did you step up and play game in and game out in high school and not let that affect you?
In high school, we had a bunch of guys that were just ready to go.
Right.
And so, and it's kind of just putting on for your city and for your county. You don't want to go to Louisville and they say all those dudes from Shelby County was weak, so we come in there with a chip on our shoulder, ready to play hard, and the outcome is the outcome. But as long as we gave it our best, we ain't go in scared, we was cool.
What is the most and less points you've ever got?
The least points I ever scored was 0. I had a goose egg in the game.
What about the most?
That hurt my feelings, huh?
What about the most?
The most, 37. That's the most I ever had, 37. Bet.
Coach.
All right, now we're going to call up Coach Jeremy. Jeremy, talking up Shelby.
He told me. How are y'all doing today? I'm glad y'all came out. I want to start off with saying that basketball is all about structure in life. Every day living is basketball. You got to be able to listen. You got to be able to willing to learn. Be willing to be coached. Most of you kids are young. Y'all live a little wild, so it's all right. You came here to have fun. That's what basic life's about. You want to play basketball and have fun. You want to enjoy it. That's the first thing about basketball. First step is enjoying it. Second step is learning it. Third step is perfecting your craft. When I say perfect your craft, if you're a point guard, be a point guard. Know what your job is. So when I say perfect your craft, every day you perfect your craft, his job is like, I work now, okay? I went to college. I got a scholarship for basketball. I took my own ownership for coming home. So when I came home, I did 2 years and I came home. So my ownership was reality. Reality is a job. So every day I got a 9 to 5. So my job is to come in, be a gap leader. Is to improve my line, continuous improvements. How can I get my line running better? How can I get my line running faster? How can I cut down quality? Basketball is a job. So when you come in, there's somebody that wants your job. If you're a point guard as a freshman that wants your job, as a sophomore that wants your job. So at the end of the day, what AJ did today was to improve skill sets, to get to understanding what you have to do, So when you came in, you had every station. We had 8 stations today. Rebounding, block out. That's key to basketball. He didn't make basketball because he was the best basketball player. He did everything, all the intangibles to get there. I played with him. We played 06. We played my whole high school. We're 30. He's 30, right? Every game he played, I played with him. Every practice he did, I was there with him. I watched him grow from, as everybody in here, as this guy to being the best person in the state of Kentucky. I went from seeing him work every day, perfecting his craft. The more you put into the game, the more you get out. So when I say this is if you go to the gym 50%, you'll get 50% out of the game. So that basically saying, hey, you might go to Spalding, you might want to go here. There's nothing wrong with Spalding because you put that work in, right? If you want to go to Louisville, you have to do something, you have to define yourself different. Work. Come in the gym, work, perfect your craft. If you're lazy on defense, come in and do 2 hours on defense. Work on your stretching, work on your movement, work on your footwork, work on conditioning, right? We got a whole lot of east and west here, right? What grade you, Mike? What grade you, Tavion? What about you, Dylan? I coach these kids, right? So when I say I coach these kids are going to be the future basketball players that y'all going to see. Everybody 6 to 9, when you get older, when you're getting in the 5th grade and 6th grade, that's going to be your Shelby County Collins students, right? That's going to be where every Friday night when you see Shelby County and Collins play, it's going to be those kids right there. Everybody raise your hands. Dylan, Michael, Isaiah, Tavion, raise your hands. That's going to be Collins and Shelby County right there, right? So what I instruct these kids every Monday is to come in the gym willing to work, come in the gym willing to learn. When you're willing to learn, you're willing to open up the doors for everything else, right? So you don't want to start off late. You want right now, like AJ said, have fun with this. Everybody 6 to 9, have fun. Everybody like Tavion, Dylan, Michael, Isaiah, come in willing to learn. Come in saying, hey, I got to be better than the next person. I got to improve this. We talk about this every day in practice, right, Mike? Every day we talk about this. We talk about, and I say, can't repeat myself. But talk about, I come into practice and say, my first thing is heart. If we ain't got an engine in my car, can the car run? Right? So what's the engine to a body? Everybody tell me, what's the engine to a body? What do you think the engine to a body is? No, this. Have heart. Have heart. Long as you got this is 90% of the game right here. Long as you got this, everything else will come. Right? If you got your heart in something, you'll come, right? If you love something, what would happen? Something will prosper out of it. Something will come out of it great, right? So y'all young, so come in next year, we're gonna have the same cat come in next year, ready to improve, ready to come in here and say, hey, I want to learn, not run around all day. I understand that some of you are too young. Too young, attention span ain't that good. But hey, we're willing to learn. We come here for y'all. You know, my staff is great. My staff is all overseas. We have Lionel, we have Don, we have Charles, we have AJ, we have Ryan Williams, who's an elite trainer in the state of Kentucky. He's getting everybody that you see, that my kids see every weekend who we go see play. We see them going to college. That's who's training them. You know, that's where you want to be. Where you want to go? Where do you want out of basketball, Mike? Tell me. Where do you want, Tavion? And what do I tell you every Monday? How we get there?
Work hard.
Work hard. Dedication. Dedication. Live in the gym. So when I say everyday structure about basketball, every day you got to get up, take a shower. You got to put on your clothes. At a young age, you have to go to school. You have to listen to the teacher. All those basic instructions are basic in basketball. You have to come in and practice. Hey, coach is going to tell you run suicides. What you got to do? Put all of it into suicides. Coach is going to see that. That's effort. Coach is going to say, hey, that kid's willing to learn. Hey, I'm willing to work with you. Right? So at the end of the day, what I tell every young kid is to love the game first. Laugh. It's going to be mistakes. You're not going to be the best player. But what you can do is be the best you. That's the greatest thing about basketball. You can be the greatest you. You're not going to be the next LeBron James, but you can be the next you. And that's the great thing about basketball. You don't have to be nobody else. Be you, be yourself, perfect your craft, and everything else will come along with it.
Hey, Jeremy, real quick before last comment, because you mentioned you work a 9-to-5 day to day, and we got a lot of basketball guys in here, but how does it feel, what motivated you when the ball stopped bouncing to basically understand that in life still goes on, but at the same time, how did you use basketball as a tool to be where you're at today? Because it hasn't fit, you have to look at it for what it is. You got guys that are around you that still kept going up, so kind of explain to everybody if NBA, I heard NBA, what happens if you can't make it in? But what happens if you can't make it overseas?
If you can't make it, you got a degree to follow. The great thing about degree is, hey, you go to a job field. Let's say if you want to be an engineer, you go to school 4 years, play basketball, be a great basketball player. Let's say, like you said, you don't make it. You have 4 years in degree. You have your 4 years degree in engineering. Engineering makes $100,000 a year. Basketball is a job, college is a job. Nothing stops after basketball. You quit dribbling the ball. After AJ quits dribbling the ball, he has to get a job. He has to get a 9-to-5. Not no 9-to-5 like me. He has to do something to say that's going to further his career in life. Something that's going to make him money every day. That's just something basketball's not going to live forever. You can't play 50 years in basketball. At the top, you got 12 or 13 years in basketball. You have to fall back on something in life. Reality. Reality is college. So when you go to college, it's about reality. It's about, what do you want out of life? Everybody's not going to make it to the NBA. Hey, that's 1 in a million. If you make it, hey, God bless you. You perfected your craft. You got what you wanted out the deal. Can you make it overseas? Everybody can. Most people don't make it to college, right? Most people look at, like Don said, most people want to go Division I. There's a whole lot of people overseas in Division II that's making millions of dollars. There's a whole lot of people in this NBA draft that you see that plays overseas that's in the NBA draft and went lottery pick. You can make it anywhere. If you perfect your craft, somebody will come and see you. Your name will ring a noise, somebody will come and see you. But like you said, 9-to-5, after basketball, I did 2 years in Lindsey Wilson, right? I did 2 years in Lindsey Wilson. I decided my own self as a 20-year-old man, hey, basketball's not for me. I'm done dribbling the basketball. I'm done coming to practice every day. So I made a situation for myself saying, hey, I got to get into the workforce. But everything I took into basketball, everyday life structure, I took it to work. Hey, I got to listen. I got a supervisor. He's going to say, hey, Jeremy, he's going to give me the game plan today. I come in, I do a top 5. A top 5 is a meeting every day. So I go every day, 15 minutes before work. We go top 5. We lay down the game plan, what we're going to do today. I need to hit a certain target every day of seats. right? I work for a branch of Ford, so we got to make, let's say we make 600 seats, but he say we got to make 600 seats in this time, so 10-5 is 4:30. So basically, let's say if I'm playing basketball, so my coach is going to say, hey, Jeremy, you got to run suicides in 10 seconds. So everything that you apply in basketball applies in real life. Nothing stops. Everything's different. But right now, I'm going to pass it off to Lionel.